You go to a feed store, you can get your cat or dog vaccines, except for rabies.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.
Yo, man. Oh, Miss Rusty. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 600 of the Public Access Podcast. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for having 600 episodes. You didn't really have much of a choice. I was going to make them anyway, but you checking this out is fucking cool. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Check me out, rustydiamond.net, hypnosisisgreat.com, popuphealing.net. Whatever you need to do. Maybe you want to go get a hypnosis session in a float tank. You can go do that in Westchester, PA, or Princeton, New Jersey, at East Coast Float Spa. Tell them Rusty sent you. And Steph may be on my special guest for number 600, who was on number 500 and other numbers as well. We have GYeaThatsMe. All right. Number 600. You were here for 500, man, which was, I don't know, maybe a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago.
Well, yeah, I think it
Who
was a
knows,
year ago.
man?
I think it
Yeah, it
was.
doesn't seem too long back,
It'll
but
be longer.
yeah,
We're old,
yeah,
so time flies.
right, dude. And yeah, dude, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. We, yeah, get going a little fast, and then you're like, oh yeah, shit. Yeah, that was a year ago. That didn't seem very long ago.
No, a lot has changed though, if you think about it. Well, like, yeah, lots changed.
In the last year
Oh yeah,
since October 2023.
yeah. I'm
Um,
in a new place. I got a
me,
few new family members. Um, yeah. We moved from 55,000 people to just under 300.
just
So
under 300.
yeah, 300 people. Not there's no thousand on the end of that or anything. We literally moved to a town of like 300 people. And even when we go into town, they're like, "Oh yeah, welcome to." I'm not gonna say where it's at, but I like to be private these days. But I'll tell you after the show what town it is. But yeah, we go into this town and they're like, "Oh yeah, welcome to such and such," and we're like, "Oh well, yeah, we're just down the road at this road," and they're like, "Oh, you're on the outside of town." They're like, "He's like we're like hillbillies coming into the town," but yeah,
Yeah,
um, and we're next to a little park thing here, which is cool, um, for some entertainment, and then
with
yeah, I don't know, it's not bad.
what kind of entertainment? Like, looking at,
Enchanted.
oh, that, okay, yeah.
That's like right next door, pretty much, kind of.
So,
2 minutes away.
pretty much. Uh, Dude, it's such a weird place, man. It's so fucking weird that someone thought that up. Like,
Your background has more houses than my neighborhood right now.
I don't know if there are any houses in
That's
this
what I'm
picture.
saying.
Yeah, dude. I've never looked at
That's
this
what
really.
that is what the roads look like if you drive to my place.
Yeah, dude, yeah, that's what it looks like. This place we went to a couple of weeks ago, man. Like, yeah, it's like same thing, dude. Like, yeah, it's cool, man. I like that kind of feel. And so are you getting in there? What's your redneck thing? I'm wearing I'm going redneck today, dude. I got my
Yeah, if you've gone
Pensacola
fully
fucking
fucking Georgia,
cut off.
Florida, fucking
Yeah, dude. I found
fine.
this the other day, dude, and I was like, yeah, I'm grabbing that shit. That's my size. A fucking cut off Pensacola, Florida shirt. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be my thing. Um, but yeah, dude. So what's the most redneck thing you're doing now that you're out there, or
Mowing my
hillbilly, or
lawn.
mowing your lawn?
I guess. I mean, that's a regular thing, but that's I don't know. I mean, I still do the same thing I've done always, but now just just to go to the stores, not just down the road here where I can walk to it. Now it's fucking it takes a minute to drive to. And when we go into town, you got to make sure you get everything. Otherwise, you're gonna have to fucking wait next time.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah.
got you got Amazon going out there, or how's that work?
Oh yeah, dude. Amazon, like you can get next day because we're next to the Capitol, but not too close to it. So
Okay.
they got an Amazon thing there.
Well, that's pretty cool then. That ain't too bad. You can, yeah, get out to, yeah, get Amazon, get shit there pretty fast.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not too bad. And then ended up with a couple dogs on the way moving out here. So I
Uh,
got a couple dingoes. They call them Carolina dogs because the two breeds are mixed with together.
with what?
So German Shepherd, and a dingo, American dingo.
Okay. Uh,
Saw the mother. Well, for a second, she was kind of touchy because we were messing with her dogs. But yeah. Otherwise, things have gone well, and they're growing quick, too quick. We just we give them their own vaccines. We do all that shit. So I shoot them
what,
up in the
what,
kitchen. So
what?
yeah,
You will sleep better than you have ever slept. You've never been this relaxed. Are you ready to change your life? I'm Rusty Diamond, certified hypnotist. You don't need to leave your house. You can stay in your bed. You can stay in your favorite chair.
You just need a computer or your phone.
You can get a hold of me. Stay at home. I'll make your life better.
Hypnosisisgreat.com.
you go to a feed store, you can get your cat or dog vaccines, except for rabies. You got to go. I learned all this from my wife, by the way. So if I'm wrong, it's her fault. Um, you got to go to the vet for rabies because that needs to be on paper and stuff like that. But like everything else, you can do yourself in home.
Are they pills or something? Are they injections
No,
or?
they're hypos, dudes. Just like you pull it out the syringe, so you get the dilutant, and then you put it in with this little tab that's in another little bottle and a vial, and then you shake it up, and then you fucking pull that out the syringe, and Erica holds the dog, and I grab the loose skin and fucking go clink and inject it, and that's it. And it's about a third of the cost. Save a few $100 because nowadays it's like $80 to go get the each set of vaccines and shit like that.
Wow. You know what I mean? They don't
So
just give them out free to people that fucking, and you get like a free joint or something if you get it,
that or like
or like,
EBT card.
yeah, or
Show
some
me
French
EBT, get
fries
free
or something.
vaccines.
Yeah.
No, that's how it
What
rolls.
is that true?
What?
That if you show your EBT card, you get free vaccines for
No, no,
cats? Oh, well, that would be
no.
for
I mean,
dogs.
you maybe somewhere. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say entirely no. I don't know, but around here, no. We just go to our feed store and
Okay.
you go in there and you get the whole setup for about just under $20. And you go home and the first one I gave the dogs, I was a little nervous. I was like, "What the fuck am I doing?" And then after that, it's fine.
So,
It's
how,
it's no problem.
how is that work? Like, don't you have to have all that shit on record somehow, or does it really even matter? You just have to have the rabies one?
Rabies, yes.
The other ones, so what are the other ones like? Is it just hopefully
Just
like a spine or
distemper, whatever other fucking ones in there to make them
yeah,
all healthy.
butt worms and shit,
Yes, yeah, yeah,
probably.
yeah. There's like
So they're
it's
not
like five
doing
in one.
the little fucking walk where they got their butthole on the carpet and they
The boot
scoot
scoot
along
boogie.
the boot scoot and boogie, man. You ever see a dog do that before?
Yeah, these ones have done it because they ate hair.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
They
fucking
hair.
idiots. Yeah.
Okay. Like your hair?
They have eaten everything so far. So
It, yeah, that's good.
good
Keeping
custom
them,
dogs, dude. Good custom dogs. Like you
they're
just
custom dogs.
yeah, dude. You load up the condom full of cocaine, shove it down their throat, they'll just swallow it right away, right on through customs. I'm not saying do that anywhere. I'm just saying seeing movies.
Yeah.
Don't even know what fucking movie. This is off the rails.
Yeah.
We're talking about cocaine, condoms, dogs. No. So, are you voting, sir?
No, fuck no, dude. I
So
don't
you're not
know.
voting?
Fucking vote. No,
You know,
dude.
I'm
No.
there. I'm in. I'm
You
in.
have
I'm
you
in.
already voted?
No, I'm a lazy fuck,
Why
but I
haven't you
am.
voted yet? You
I
have time,
know
but why haven't you? Don't you want
because
to get?
I'm the guy that makes the difference, like down to the wire, and all of a sudden Gareth puts his vote in and wins it for him.
So you
Like,
got to go
ah,
to. Can't you just fucking throw it in your mailbox? Or just are you going
well, I
to go
just
to like
moved.
the voting place? Are you going to go and do like a real thing because you don't trust the fucking voting
I
ballots?
should. I should around here. Oof, around this neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't think you have much to worry about, dude. They'll probably
Trump is
fucking
gospel around here.
yeah,
I'll
dude.
tell
They'll
you.
probably fucking put you in a fucking limo and take you over to the place and give you a red carpet treatment. They're like, you're gonna vote for Donald Trump? Like, here you go, son. Come with me right now. The fucking cop's gonna turn on his fucking sirens and like get you. We gotta get him to the voting place. This guy has
Yeah,
one more vote for Trump.
and
And
even if Trump doesn't win this area of town here, we'll make it seem like he has.
yeah, and probably for the next 4 years too.
Yeah, the
Do you
look
think
you
he's
got
good?
right now, you'd fit so well around here. It'd be
Dude,
great.
fuck yeah, man. Uh yeah, like it works. It works. I don't know. What are you gonna do after the election? What happens? I mean, is it something that's gonna be different for either outcome or what's
So I
your
really at
plan?
this point because I mean I'm voting kind of like some other people are. It's just a fun thing to do. It's kind of like watching a soap opera unfold. Now here comes the finale and how it all ends, like who wins and everything, right?
Right.
Um, because the truth of it, no one person fucking rules this country. I mean, we all know who fucking runs it. It's all the fucking douchebags at the fucking house and everything, dude. And I mean, Pelosi and all that shit. So the person who wins, they're just a puppet. They're just a spokesman, dude. That's all they are. And I'm not trying to shit on my boy Trump, but I mean, it, at the end, I mean, he does speak for himself most of the time, but at the same time, for him to stay in power and not get overturned overnight, just like that, some way, because they can do it. Um, I mean, I know they've tried before, but they didn't really try. They're just kind of was like, this is what we can do. Don't fuck with us. Um, yeah, like
You don't think he's
it,
gonna
it
win?
oh, in all reality, nobody does. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it is. But I'm going for I need an economy break, dude. That's the main reason why I'm in it. That's
For
I need the
for
economy to fucking get better.
for what?
Oh, food,
For
living,
food?
living. Yeah, I mean, fucking my rent went up fucking $600 in 4 or 5 years of living at the last place. Never seen that before, and especially after a hard time. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say I had a hard time during COVID. I think some of us looked at it as a nice little vacay, especially when those checks started coming in. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to say I don't care who wins. I do, but it's not about that. It's no matter who wins, there's going to be a bunch of shit happening. Towns are going to burn. If Trump doesn't win, I hear there could be a civil war. Um, all that silly shit, and it's just 4 years, people. It's just 4 years. Because then you got to worry about the next asshole is going to come along in 4 years. Like, who's that going to be? What do we have to worry about then? Like, We got to watch our backs and prepare every 4 years now for some fucking dumbass to get in there with his people and start some shit. If we make it that far,
Yeah, and I mean those things last. I mean, as soon as this election's over, they're probably already starting to look for the new whoever, whatever side loses, whoever's
and
next.
I'm tired of hearing the same shit. Like, oh, if Trump gets into power, he takes women's rights away. It's just fucking just getting old. I mean, if you hear the if they stop chopping up the fucking videos, you'll hear Trump sit there and say like he approves of abortion under these circumstances, which is like incest, rape, and if the mother's going to be like dying or whatever from the thing, like he agrees that's when abortion's okay. Um, and then it's put onto the states, and that means fucking states can make their own choices on abortion. All 50 fucking states. He didn't abolish it, and everyone's like, he took abortion away. I'm like, actually, kind of made it better. Like, if you don't agree with what your state does with it, move to the state that does the right thing with it. There you go. Boom.
Yeah,
I'm just, I'm not saying what he's doing with it is right, um, but I'm not seeing what he's doing with it wrong. He didn't take it away. He just gave it to the states. He didn't leave it up to one country to decide. He gave it now 50 different choices. That's how I feel about it.
yeah,
Maybe I'm looking at a different. I'm looking at the cup half full. That's what I'm trying to look at. Like, and then me, I'm totally against the fucking abortion, but he did it fair for everybody. I feel that you don't like it, there'll be a state that doesn't have it. If you do want it, there'll be a state that does have it. I mean, there's 50 fucking chances of it happening. So
yeah, yeah. I
that's how I
mean,
look at it.
yeah.
I
I don't
think he
know.
came to a good medium. I mean, that's the best middle mark you can meet, in my opinion. So,
Yeah.
and then,
Well,
what was the other thing he was talking about? I forget, but the other goofball. I don't want to go through another 4 years. Fucking $10 boxes of cereal and more people jumping across the border, because I did go down another two rabbit holes. We talked about one before you start the show there. But the
right.
new one is the Venezuelans Nazis, dude. This has been a plan of the Nazis ever since 100 years ago. So the Germans who escaped Germany went to Venezuela, right?
Some of them went there.
Yeah, like 10,000 of them ended up there. They say Hitler ended up there. That's like an
Yeah.
Elvis fucking thing or a
But
Tupac thing. No, that motherfucker died.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking he could have like one of
I'm not
those.
saying he could have.
Yeah. What
Yes.
one of those places, like for sure, one of those places in South America, like I forgot where they said it was. Maybe it was Paraguay
Yep,
or it
that's one
was
of the areas down there.
yeah.
Venezuela's the big one. You can find Nazi
In
symbols
in
everywhere, especially at the
Argentina.
cemetery.
Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, dude, yeah, I saw this thing like how he like it was a whole thing like how Hitler could have escaped and got like he like what exactly he would have had to do and like there was this underground bunker he could have got into a plane, the plane went to Spain or something, who
Yeah.
had some sort of um they would let Germany do whatever, and then from Spain I think then flew to uh down to South America, and then there are a few places like that they found some of like what the medicines that he was taking out there, like in the jungle.
Was that
Um,
methamphetamines?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, and then yeah, they have all these fucking swastika graves and shit out there and all these
Yeah.
places. And so
So
they have this in Venezuela.
I watch Franco TV and Franco Travels. It's a good
Okay.
show to watch. And Franco Travels is a little bit better because he'll talk about more of the history of where he's traveling through with the name Franco Travels. But Franco TV is more paranormal. He goes to the cemeteries at night and fucking sees some of it is he's a filmmaker. I'll put it that way. So some of it's a
Okay.
little bogus, and then some of it's a little fucking scary because there are real people that fucking pop out the graves there that sleep there overnight that they're homeless. They sleep
Oh
inside
shit.
the graves. Yeah, it's fucking weird and creepy. And he goes to some mausoleums and mansions and some other places. But yeah, Franco travels. He was showing on there the swastika on grave sites and through the cemetery, and when he was going through the underground catacombs in Venezuela, where they had more burial areas and stuff, there were more Nazi symbols and everything there.
Well, okay.
And now we've allowed lots of Venezuelan gangs, especially in Chicago. One of the main gang members there in Chicago was on TV going like, "This is bullshit. Like, now we got to fucking throw down with Venezuelan gangs, and these guys are just randomly shooting people out in the streets. The Chicago gangs, they shoot each other. You know, like you shoot my gang, I shoot your gang. They don't go after innocent like old ladies or anything like that. The Venezuelan gangs are. They're just
I think
shooting
going off
people.
after certain people who live a lot of them in Chicago that maybe Nazis don't like. Is that what you're saying?
Well, now I guess they're just like they're like the Nazis were just going in and just fucking
Oh,
decimating
oh,
people and everything.
okay. They're not Nazis killing the Jewish people of
No,
Chicago.
they're not. No, no, that
Okay.
would be a whole. I would hope a headline story.
Yeah.
On the news. I would hope so.
Yeah, probably.
They're still trying to get to the root of the Jewish tunnels in New York and what they were doing there.
Well, that kind of shut up pretty quick, didn't it?
Yeah, the only thing and really thing I heard was that they were using those tunnels during COVID to get to churches and stuff so they could still pray or something. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
of course. And just like that fucking so going back to the Diddy, like the fucking uh tunnels that go from his place to the Playboy Mansion and then the place in he has a place on Star Island in Miami next to I want to say like Oprah and stuff, and then they're right next to like where the shipping containers come in, where there's a lot of and then there's tunnels like throughout that island, kind of a thing. There's a lot of tunnels kind of everywhere. And
Yeah, sounds like it.
yeah, we've been saying this for a long time. There's a lot of tunnels, a lot of
There's
places, and a
Shanghai
lot of
tunnels here in
yeah, a
Oregon.
lot of tunnels are still being used, man. Whether you know it or not, or whether you know that they're there or not, they are. There are tunnels. There are yeah, and there are catacombs, fucking all over, cave systems. Like there's a lot of fucking mole people or whatever. I guess they'd be mole people is what I'm calling them. But
See, you can't really call it that, dude. I think of mole people. I think people like moles all over them and shit.
I'd hope that would be cool, man. Though it'd be kind of cool have some mole people like that that look that way. They like really look like moles and just come
No,
out.
all
That'd be
squinty eye
cool.
shit.
Yeah.
Looking
They
like
go.
fucking Dennis Leary, all popping out of
Yeah.
the manhole.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Dude. Yeah.
Taco Bell's new restaurant.
Taco Bell's new restaurant?
You know, I'm talking about Demolition Man.
Demolition Man? Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
unless you buy a
Yeah.
new version of Demolition Man, I don't think that Taco Bell's in it because of the
There's a new
contract for
Demolition
it.
Man?
Well, no, you know when they remake the videos and they got to take out like some logos and stuff and
Oh, okay.
CGI
Yeah.
and shit because the contract's over unless you're smart and contracted with WCW and left it on the ring apron. It said Slim Jim, and you rewatch it on the network, and it's fucking 30 years later, you're still seeing advertisements for Slim Jim. That's called smart marketing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean they're doing the same thing in UFC, I believe now these days too. They put the advertisement of the company right there. Some of them I think are CGI'd right there on the show as well. I don't even think they're actually in the octagon. They actually like CGI them on the show. It's really weird.
Probably.
I think they do that. So,
Yeah.
but no, no, gearing up for the election, man. Like I'm pretty pumped about it. Um, like I said, at this point, whoever wins, it's not going to be a good outcome from America for a while. It's people are going to lose their minds either direction. I mean, rednecks will lose their minds if Harris wins, and uh, crazy white bitches who yell at fucking babies. Did you see that video? the hair supporter yelling in the baby's face.
No.
Oh man,
Wow.
I'll have to find the video, man. It's and even a hair supporter grabs the lady like, whoa, whoa, you don't yell. And it's like this big black lady goes, you don't yell in the baby's face like that, like all fucking pissed off. And it's
Yeah.
this like skinny white bitch went over and just goes, I don't know what she said yet. I didn't have the video up last night. I was talking shit about the baby. I don't need to go to X. I just go to my wife, I guess, at this point. Like, I don't even need to type shit in. My wife just chimes in the background, like, boom, boom, boom. But okay, I
She's
guess so. Hold on,
what's
is
the
that
guy's
so?
name
I'm getting
Yeah.
details here. So, talking shit about the baby's dad. Anything else?
Oh my God.
All right, thank you, Elon. So that was Elon in the back there. But yeah. So yelling to the baby about the dad, but like, I mean, like this close to the baby's face, it's in a stroller, and the dad has to pick up the baby, and yeah, and then even the black hair supporter who's on the side with the white woman grabs her and is like, "Whoa, like you don't do that." Maybe she might have went, "Whoa, bitch," but I don't know, something like
I
that.
hope she would, because
Yeah, it
it's
was
kind
wrong.
of it's a weird thing. But what's the baby doing at the rally?
Not sure. Not sure. There's a lot
It's
of
kind of
questions. There's a lot of
there's
questions.
I don't really like people bringing their kids to rallies on either side. It's
Yeah,
a
not a good idea.
Yeah, because like, dude, especially now with everything being, on digital stuff, like going back to Nazis, like, okay, let's say if you were
So
like,
I'm like Alex Jones. I go all over the fucking place, man.
yeah, me too, man. So
Like a fucking
let's
drunk
say
driver here.
you were like Hitler Youth, whatever the equivalent was of Hitler Youth. Your parents put you in it. They take a bunch of pictures. This is 2024. Everyone like, Hitler Youth fucking group selfie or some shit. And then like 10, 15 years later when they're adults, uh, it's gonna be like, oh my God, like these kids were at a fucking Hitler Youth rally. Like, what the fuck's up with them? And they're like, oh, we didn't know, man. Our fucking parents just put us there. Like, it's a weird thing, man. I don't think it's fair for the kids. Like if adults want to do it, like, and then it's a weird thing, like
Yeah, that's the
seeing the
same
kids
thing
with the
as fucking
signs.
popping off your bits and pieces, though. It goes down that road.
Wait, what do you mean?
Popping on because your parents didn't. You're born a boy and your fucking mom flips out because she wanted a girl, so she was like, "Let's transgender you. You want to do this because I want it done." It's the same thing as sending your fat kid to fat camp, not realizing maybe in the teen years they might thin out a little bit. Let him have all the fucking
Yeah,
Hershey bars he wants. It's fine. All the plastic in it will shrink his taint. That's the only damage that's going to happen there.
yeah, yeah, man. So you know how much fucking microplastics are in your brain?
A lot. They're in every organ. 100% tested
Yeah,
during a study.
dude, it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's just gonna be there. We're just fucking
You also know the stat now for cancer?
uh-uh.
One in two. One in two people will get cancer in your lifetime.
Yeah,
Used
I
to be
mean
one in
that's
five.
that seems like that's a pretty alarming fact. That's, something that we should probably be paying attention to. Like what is
Well,
causing
here's another
this?
one. You ready? 2000, one in 54 kids had autism. In 2023, one in 22.
But that could have also been not being tested, and there was a lot of us that definitely were as kids, but
Slip through the bars.
weren't tested, and just like a kid was just uh yeah. But I mean, there's probably an increase in that because of some stuff though too. Whether it's good or bad or what, but yeah, dude, like yeah, and I mean like yeah, you just look at a lot of stuff like it needs to be like that seems like that like one in two people.
So if it gets down to one and two, though, right? One and two people have autism. Is there really autism anymore, or is this how we just are? You know what I mean?
Right, and maybe people just need to shut the fuck up about all of it.
Because really, the first pinpointed people for autism were people that looked like they had autism. But then you started finding out there are people that look normal that had autism. And like then you start finding out, fuck, everyone in my family's got fucking autism. Like
Means you
it's
probably
just
do too. It's
yeah, and you
genetic.
start wondering like, is it just normal? And you just got to figure out like what lightened part of autism, because I mean that's what we're doing is we're going for the most obvious versions of autism. Hopefully this is not coming off fucking offensive here, because usually I don't give a fuck about any culture or any fucking religion, but when it comes down to people with autism, like that's where I draw the fucking line. That's I
Right.
know it sounds fucking weird. You can bash any culture, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Go for it. But as soon as we get to autism, I'm like, no. Like I don't know why. I
Yeah.
was like,
Uh,
and that's rather because I'd rather be friends that are with autistic people than fucking normal people. So
I feel like more of my friends are
you know this
because
one is.
yeah, right. It's it's kind of a takes one to know one, and like,
There's
but then yeah, like
connections too.
yeah, and you we're not sitting there fucking small talking everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
we all know how to, but if we had a choice,
I wonder what
fuck
John
no,
Cena's doing today. Sorry, I sit
yeah.
there and say that. Dude, that shit's
I
funny.
what's going on with John Cena today?
Shane Gillis, dude, when he talks about the fucking Down syndrome kids, they're into
Oh,
two
dude,
things:
yeah,
titties and John Cena.
yeah,
Fucking dude, that shit is fucking great. Or he talks about
yeah,
how the autistic kids they're like fucking cats. You don't know if they're gonna
yeah.
like you. They're kind of finicky. And because then there's Down syndrome kids that are like excited dogs to go home to. As soon as you open the door, like, man, hey, man, look, hey, like they're jumping around. And then he gets all the way to the part that she can throw a ball until he shuts the fuck up on stage. Yeah, no, that's a good bit.
Yeah,
Um,
dude.
yeah, dude, fucking. I think everyone's. I mean, with the chemicals that we expose ourselves to, the plastics.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think a lot of stuff in our diet amplifies some of it.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
for sure. There's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
No,
a
definitely.
yeah, and yeah, dude, our diet is really fucking dog shit. This stuff and like this, like everything around us is yeah, just to kind of bring us, bring them more money, I guess. But yeah, dude, our fucking diet, like compared to every other country, with us being like one of the fucking best countries in the world, dude, quote unquote best countries in the world, dude. Yeah, you're
Well,
not
we
that
have a
big. You're not. No, you're
what?
fucking lying. You're
we have a
lying. Just like a
we have a
quarter of that.
thousand chemicals um that are fucking legal here that are illegal in Europe, dude. That are in our
Right.
foods.
That should tell people something. That should at least be like, hey, can we at least maybe see what these 10,000 uh chemicals are and if they're really that necessary? If
Part of
these
it,
other,
your Skittles don't look like a rainbow anymore. I'll tell you that.
yeah,
Your Skittles will look
well,
fucking weird.
yeah. And dude, I don't know, man. It's a whole thing, dude. Like, yeah, there's because you can't have Skittles in a lot of other countries, which is
Skittles in general are so toxic. Like if you told a fucking European what's in it, and they were looking at that chemical chart, like this is nothing but poison. Like
yeah,
there's nothing in a fucking Skittle that isn't technically poison. And
right.
I
It's a
have sat there and I'm like, hey, bro, I want to see what happens if you mix this one and this one. Oh, and you just get the giant ball of Skittles in your mouth. And you're like, I'm trying to figure out
yeah,
what flavor it is. And you're just burning cavities like a motherfucker trying to do it. Yeah, dude,
that's my teeth.
that's a ball of poison.
Yeah, straight up ball of
Granted, I'll
poison,
probably
dude.
buy some at the end of the day. And fucking,
Yeah, it's good poison, man. Like,
it is.
man, yeah, dude, it's I don't know. I would like it if, but yeah, I like Skittles, but if I bet they can synthetically, but like really use Like make something taste like Skittles, but is good for you, like some sort of fruit-based thing that's like a
It's,
Skittle.
it's all Kinder. It's all Kinder in Europe, dude. All Kinder chocolate.
Yeah. And it's okay. It's not a bunch of shitty chemicals in those either.
And they give
Just
you a toy.
just chocolate. Just fucking chocolate, man.
No, it's good
It's
stuff. Good stuff.
yeah, stuff might not last
Yeah.
as long, but that's good, dude. You don't have fucking 18-year-old McDonald's shit that still looks the same, or however old that fucking shit is.
Yes, I don't know if you can hear. So, one thing about my area is that I'm lit street from the railroad tracks, and we have Amtrak and giant fucking long trains that pass by all.
Well, speaking of long trains, that
All
reminds
day
me
long.
of
Did
our
you lose me?
sponsor. Yeah, you were talking about long trains. So man, are you a train guy? Oh yeah, dude, those trains fuck them up, man. Those trains got you fucked up, dog.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, no, you come back in.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
now I lost your picture.
picture.
There we go. Looks like it's coming up. Nope.
Boom.
There you are. Dude, so are you one of the train ones? Are you one of the ones that loves trains? Going back to the
No,
autistic part, me neither, man.
yeah, I've never
Uh,
got that whole thing.
Me neither, dude. There's like, dude, like the people who are, if you're watching videos of, but dude, that's like you and me in wrestling, dude. Like, is how they are with
No, it's the
trains,
same
dude.
thing. Yeah, no. So, and I try to explain this to people. People have those train sets, excuse me, up in their attic, right? I would have a
Right.
fucking wrestling display up in my attic, dude. Like, I can totally relate to that. Like, I'm totally there. Like, I'm totally cool. I might even
Yeah.
have like a race car set up there, dude. Like a really big track going around, big loop to loops,
Yeah.
fucking all that cool shit. Like, I always loved little race car tracks. Train sets, not so much.
Yeah.
There's people that
That's,
film that shit going by, dude. Not here. But like,
yeah.
when they get the locomotive, like it's brand new and it goes by and it toots its horn, like, oh man, here it comes. And then like another train passes by in front of them so they can't fucking see it.
Yeah.
Those fucking moments.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
no,
got
it's
a
fun.
museum by me, like a whole fucking train museum. And I'm like, man, nope, not going in there, dude. I'd be bored.
Dude, these guys, so I'm not saying this is who these people are, but this is what I imagine. That they're people that live with their moms for like ever. And they had like the coolest choo-choo train sets that they could set up, and no problems because they were never getting in trouble, dude. And then they get out in life and they get a wife and everything like that, dude. And it doesn't change. Like they're on the carpet with their wife watching soap operas. They're on the floor fucking doing their thing, and then they move it to the attic. And yeah,
And then,
I don't know. I mean, kids underneath the house. It's
yeah, you
I
turn
could see
into the
that.
Adams family,
Dude,
like a
only one person
Gomez
left. He is the only one left out of that fucking family from the crew. Even the kids are dead.
from the old one.
Yes,
Yeah.
something there's something. Yeah, Gomez, the guy who played Gomez, he's the only
Uh,
actor left out of that whole entire group.
No, I think he's dead.
No,
It's
dude, he ain't dead.
John Aston.
Yes.
Is he not dead?
Hold on, brother, because we'll get into some fucked up shit in a minute
All
before we
right.
get to the P Diddy scandal.
We're gonna go and talk about John Aston and Sean Aston and his mom, whatever his mom's name is. But it's not really his kid, but they look a lot alike.
Yeah, bro, he ain't dead, dude. He's 94. He's still
Okay,
alive,
shit.
still going. Yeah.
All right.
But
Dude,
hold on, because I'm
yeah.
with you. This guy I thought was dead, right?
Yeah.
I think I've talked to you about this. It's the fucking Mandela effect shit, dude.
Who do you
Name
think was dead?
name something that happened before Nelson Mandela. That's like the Nelson Mandela effect. That
Oh,
happened before. We've done a lot of shit. We've done. Oh, am I choppy?
you were.
Okay.
Choppy your PP.
We've had a lot of stuff since Nelson Mandela, like the Bernstein Bears and Jiffy and Stiff and all that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
What about before Nelson Mandela? There's got to be other things like it, you know what I mean? But there's not. And then you go to this thing in 2012 that they say happened, which is the fucking thing called CERN
Oh,
in
sure.
Switzerland,
Ooh,
Hardened Collider.
you gotta go down on that fucking rabbit hole.
I
Where,
live in this rabbit hole, bro. I've been there for fucking weeks. It's bad. I talked to Eric
dude,
about it. I made my mom's mind fucking flip out. It's been great. But it went
yeah,
off and it's put us into a new parallel world, dude. So where we thought fucking who's the oh man, what's his face who just died? Vader,
James
James
Earl
Earl Jones.
Jones.
We all
Could have
thought
told
this
me he was
motherfucker
dead.
was dead. Yes, see,
Could have
you
told
think
me he was dead.
he was dead, but he just died. But I think what happened was because we did this thing in 2012, this parallel problem thing that went off, and it's a to break it down. What it is, if people don't know what a hardened collider is, it's this thing that's 28 meters long, and they shoot particles, and they shoot billion particles, and they're all clustered up around these tubes going towards each other, almost as fast as light.
An
And once they
accelerator.
start going, yeah, an accelerator. Once they get the particle accelerator going, they smash these atoms into each other, and the particles go out. Well, no one knows fully what happens when that was going to happen, and they got it to work, and it happened. So, do we like somehow fuck our atmosphere up or put ourselves into a parallel world or a different paradox where James Earl Jones is dead and other people we thought that fucking died? I can't think off the top of my head right now because I'm on the spot and then we're talking about this, and that's how it always happens.
Right.
But there's other people that we have thought that have died that didn't die. Like, oh, here's
Yeah,
one. I thought Richard fucking Simmons was dead, bro. Right?
sure.
He's
Yeah.
just hiding. I thought that guy was dead,
And
but
now he's
he just
dead.
died. Yeah. And now I'm
Yeah.
saying all this not to wish these people death or anything, but I thought some of these people were already fucking dead. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, they're alive. So this
How?
guy being one of them, yeah.
How? And dude, yeah. Like, and these things, as soon as the collider fucking like they do one of these things, like a whole bunch of more shit starts happening. Like right after they fucking fire it up, then it's like, oh, you notice this, and then you notice this, and they're like, wait, what? No.
When were the
Why?
UAPs spotted? Was that 2014 off the
Probably.
Nimbus? I think so, somewhere like that. But more UAPs, UFOs, whatever you want to call them these days, flying saucers. Those are showing up more and more now. If anyone hears that squealing, that is my son, grandson in the back here getting crazy. Um, nice hairdo. So there's that shit going on. Like, there's a lot of that uptick and everything, even though I think it's just fucking drones that the government's got that go really, really fast. Um,
Good way of covering it up.
it is, and along with everything else, like right now, we're going to rig the election, and P Diddy's going to take the fall for it. That's what's going to
Yeah,
happen
and then
here.
they'll just be like, oh yeah, well, I guess it was just all P. Diddy all along, nobody else. He was the
Yeah.
only person. The other people that, I don't know, whatever, whatever.
If you were Justin Bieber right now, would you be scared for your life?
No, because he knows when he's gonna die. I think they all know when they're gonna die, or when they're gonna die, or like go away from the public somehow. When their character is killed off, the Justin Bieber character. When the Justin Bieber character is done, he knows when that is. I think those big ones at the top do. That's my conspiracy theory on that one. I think that the people at the top know when their character is part of their deal for getting in. Like there's an out time too. And then I also think there's clones. If they fuck it up, they gotta fucking have
Do you think we're already
clones.
at that point? Do you think AI is already fully in charge now, fucking directing everything? And Like there's a computer that tells like someone like Nancy Pelosi or Hillary Clinton or someone like that, like, hey, go and kill so and so now they know too much. Like
Why wouldn't you?
mathematically.
Why wouldn't you, man? If they can, I mean, that's real easy for them, dude. Like I was talking about this the other day, like with AI, like sure shit's not totally ethical, but like the stuff that you can get done that would probably take someone a lifetime to think up, it can be done thinking about it in 30 seconds. And then you can go fucking think about things that are more complex than that. But I
Oh yeah,
mean,
so much complex, dude. Fucking watching Crowder the other week.
what
Here's
happened?
here's the husband sitting out in the kitchen drinking some coffee. His wife comes out the bedroom. He's like, "How was your night, honey?" She's like, "It was fantastic." 8 black robots come walking out of the fucking bedroom behind her. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Like, there's that. You gotta look at all avenues of what we're gonna be using AI for. Obviously, kids. I mean, they're already doing it, using it to do their homework.
fucking great.
That, yo,
Fucking,
why do you?
I
Oh
love it.
no,
I
that's
love
not
it. I want,
great.
but you know what? So I was thinking about this. So the kids that aren't gonna do shit aren't gonna do shit anyways. Fucking let them do it, dude. If they're not fucking using AI to do their homework, they're fucking stupid. That's me coming from someone who barely who would have been that person, dude. Like, dude, like, why wouldn't you fucking do it? And that's what all the jobs are gonna be for later. And then that way too, like, you can have time to go watch fucking 6 hours of wrestling every day, dude. And like,
Oh, dude, kids don't have attention span to watch 6 hours of wrestling.
well, then
They're
that's their
30-second
fucking
increments, dude. TikTok increments, man. They
that's
need that
that
highlight.
that's then they can learn it with highlights. They can learn all kinds of shit and go down rabbit holes and highlights, and that's fine, dude. I think they just need to
So
keep
that's
what
what's scaring me for the future of any kind of sport. Any kind of sport or anything like that is, especially for baseball. Uh oh, meltdown 101. Is
what
that
about
instead of watching the full game, you're just watching
yeah.
highlights. Everything becomes a highlight show. No one goes to the events anymore because you can watch
Well,
highlights.
dude, but that's like with a lot of shit. Like, dude, how many people in wrestling, going back to wrestling, they have a fucking highlight reel, but then you watch them do a match and their match fucking blows and there's no fucking nothing to it except for these highlights where maybe they get a little pop, but like, yeah, fuck a highlight reel, dude. Like, you're not getting the whole story of whatever's going on. You're not getting the whole story of the game, like a baseball game from highlights. But we had baseball tonight. We had Sports Center, and we'd watch those. But we probably watch, you know, some of the games. But
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I mean,
yeah,
no, there we go.
no, you
So,
weren't.
I don't know. We're about to go the next 5 years, at least the next 5 years. The next 10 is going to be fucking explosive. The next 5 years, we're really going to see a big uptick in AI and what it can really do and what it can, where it's going to have the advantages taken. You know what I mean? Like kids using it for homework, not knowing anything, going to college, taking a test, all failing.
Why are they going to college then if they're not fucking able to use AI to do their work?
So that was one thing I did read, is that now people going to college is going way down fast, like declining very quickly because
Great.
anything that you can learn in college, you can learn online just like that.
Fuck
If you
yes. If you want. And if you don't want to, you're fucking yourself up, dude. Like
well,
you can
it's
learn
like reading
anything.
a book, right?
Yep.
For me, if I read a book that I don't want to read, nothing on that fucking page is going into my. I'm just reading words out loud in my head,
Yep.
and that
Same.
sounded really weird, but and
Nope.
I don't absorb anything. But then if it's a book that I like, I will absorb every single thing and then become a pro at it, and like know it
Yep.
from back to front. Can tell you chapters of what happens. Like yeah, like
Yeah.
if I don't want to though. I don't want to. It's like that movie Accepted. They
Right.
all go
I
to
do.
college for things they want to learn.
I would love that. And I think there's so many people like, dude, like if you could have had that in middle school or high school or even college, like, dude, that would be like, why can't someone just do that? Why can't that
Because we
just
do. We already
be a
have it.
thing?
It's called America. It's called America, man. Like, I mean, you can literally go down to Florida now and go to wrestling school. I mean, that's fucking cool. You can become a commentator, a referee, whatever you want to do. There's an actual pro school for it now. I mean, you can do the other schools around town or shit like that. But I'm saying, like, as a like kind of a college feel to it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big training center for it that we've all seen. And I'm trying to think of other things. I mean, look at video games, man. Video games.
Yeah,
There's
and people playing video games.
I mean, Grandma's Boy, the look of that movie inside that place is not a fucking joke anywhere most of the time. Like, that's
Nope.
how video game places run their shit. If you do not act childish or stink like a Chinese fucking farting fucking food booth, dude, you're not doing it right. Like, you ever walked into a GameStop? They all smelled weird.
Yeah, yeah,
They all have,
yeah. And
they
I've been
all
into
fucking
one of
smell
those
weird.
game places. It was like in I want to say it was in Eden Prairie, Minnesota for Activision. We were testing some game, and I only worked there for like a week. It was a temporary thing, and then I got laid off, I think, or maybe it was only a few days. But yeah, dude, everyone was smelly, so
Yeah. They
it
got
was
quite
just
the
like,
smell to them.
okay,
Oh, I got a kid
shout
on the
out to
loose.
them for when I go back to work for them.
Activision.
Yeah, when Activision hires me back, because of my one fucking short stint with them, like 5 years, 4 or 5 years ago.
Done Activision's gone, right?
What?
Isn't Activision gone now?
Probably.
Yeah, I think they're gone.
Yeah.
Well, this is another one. Who else is dead? Activision. No, they might still be alive.
Mandela affected us, man. But I mean, dude, okay, so like in
No, they're still good.
Scary Movie 1, the part where what's his name? Smokey? His name's not Smokey in the movie.
You're talking about
Oh,
Damon Wayans, or Wayne's, one
Marlon
of Wayne's
Wayans,
brothers.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. The one that fucked Diddy.
Yeah. Yep. And then dude, so there's a part where he
Not for sure.
says,
Just heard that from TMZ. Anyway,
yeah,
like,
and he says like, I see white people instead of I see
yes.
dead people. But in like the movie, the whole joke was he says, I see white people, but now it's just I see dead people. If you watch the movie, he just says, I see dead people.
Oh,
Like, and it takes away the whole joke. The whole joke was like him making fun of the
yeah,
I
I'm
see
making fun
dead
of white
people.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, but then he said, I see white people. And that was like, I meant what I remember seeing in the commercials and watching the movie, or my friends quoting that. And like, what? That's just something we all fucking thought up or something. And then in the second one, uh, when he's like, take my hand, take my strong hand, like, because it's like the weird fucking creepy hand that he has, that Chris Elliott has. But that's not in there. He says, take my good hand or something. He doesn't say take my strong hand there. And then ET says ET phone home. He doesn't, or he says ET home phone. He doesn't say ET phone home. You're you're on mute, by the way, if you didn't know. But yeah,
Oh
he
no, I
says
know.
ET home phone.
It's the same as the Darth Vader thing.
The Darth Vader thing that everyone fucking knows that he said fucking yeah, not what he says now. He
Yeah,
said,
but that's what I'm standing there saying. Like, some movies have been modified, some things have been changed to make it sound more normal, I guess, to people, not people going, he said it weird, you know. So maybe that's why they've changed it in some movies.
but there's no trace
Well,
of it anywhere in any of these things.
yeah, so that's when they'll tell you that it never existed. Like, there's my wife talks about the thing on Fruit of the Loom.
Oh yeah, too. Yeah, the cornucopia.
Yeah, the cornucopia. Now it's not there.
Yeah,
But it used
that's
to
a
be there.
fucking weird one. That's really fucking
Yeah.
weird.
And the thing is, people might say like, "Oh, why would that be untrue or anything like that?" That's just to fuck with your brain. It's psychology.
Yeah,
It's a very like the littlest things can drive a person fucking crazy.
right. Yeah, dude. Man, I fucking swore that shit had a cornucopia in front of, and it said Fruit of the Loom, dude. Yeah, of course it has a fucking cornucopia and all the
Some have
fruits.
traced it back to 1991 having it. Some people have proof of it, and that's where we start drawing the line of like, this is some bullshit. Someone's fucking with our brains. Like someone's like, let's see if we can fuck with people like this, because if we can fuck with people like that, then anything else bigger we do is really gonna fuck with them. Like we can really mess with their minds.
Yeah, and yeah, it's probably not far off what you're saying there, man. Like, yeah, it's a great way
It's
to
just
do
the
it too.
psychology. I
Yeah,
mean, you sit back and you think of like things you don't see every day, and we take things for granted, and that's part of the psychology of what we see on TV and what we're protected from, and all that shit. Like like the light pollution in general, dude. We don't see all the stars. We don't get to sit back and look at that and anything, so we don't know. No one gives a shit, really. We just live on the fucking rock. Like, and we're all walking around worrying about ourselves and shit like that. We don't worry about anything else, and thinking that. I mean, I tend to believe that we're the only things in the universe in a way, but I'd have to explain that. But
are you
and
not
then
going
there's
to?
people that believe, well, just we're not the only things in the universe. There's ants, there's gorillas, there's there's giraffes, there's other things in the universe. We're just all stuck on one rock, and we got to figure out how to get off of here. And I've said it before, where like humans will be the first race species to get off of planet Earth, and we'll start flying around, and monkeys will inhabit the Earth and take over and become fucking, you know, smart enough to make UFOs or spaceships and start flying around. And there'll be human aliens and there'll be monkey aliens flying around, right? And we'll go through all the species on planet Earth until you get down to ants. And there'll be ants that will make spaceships and fly around. And you'll have alien ants, dude, with human ants or human aliens and fucking gorilla aliens and shit like that. And that will be the species that are out there.
Alien Ant Farm, man.
There you go.
It's where they came from, man. It's where that's how it got there.
But
Yeah, I
what,
mean,
like, why can't we be the first? Like, I know people always like, there's no way we can be the only ones. But what happens if we are? Because we're the first. We're the first ones to start doing this. It has been proven there was different civilizations in the past. They just didn't get as far,
or
apparently.
they, I don't know, man. Dude, like, even like, 'cause I look at some of that shit like from the World's Fairs and like stuff around there. Like, you look at those things, like how fucking massive they were, and like how they don't look like anything of the time. And also, every major city has had a major fire, and like at least in the States. Like every fucking major city's had a major fire that took all that
San
shit out.
Francisco being the main,
Dude, every fucking city. You look at
New
every
York,
fucking city.
Boston,
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Seattle, Portland,
All them
Oregon.
fucking burned down, dude. And like it's the same thing with the computers and shit. Like I mean, that's if everything's online and we don't have physical copies of stuff. Like we don't have, let's say there's the physical copy of Shazam, Kazam, whatever, fucking Sinbad Shack thing. Like if it's all on digital, dude, and no one has like a physical thing, like it's easy to change just
Yeah, you can
whatever's
never
only
disprove
online
that it
now.
never happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all in thin
Like,
air.
yeah. It's just gone one day. Like, oh,
But then
someone
with AI,
cooked
you
up,
can make it look like something else. It's the same as having a president go on TV and they're not really saying what they're saying.
which I think is totally happening. Um,
Oh
and
yeah, we all know what happened with Sleepy Joe.
sure, dude.
Fuck
Like, dude,
man,
it's easy. It's easy.
that motherfucker. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's my fear. That's one of the reasons I moved away from where I was at. Actually, probably 25% of the reason, 40% of the reason why I moved. Just when it comes to November 6th and shit and the way Portland acted before. I don't want to live close to it
Yeah.
because
They
if
picked a good
Trump
time.
becomes president, man, the Portland's burning. It's over.
Yeah.
Portland's gonna fucking roast. Maybe that's how the fires start.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, like, dude, these fucking cities had crazy fucking architecture and
Well, yeah, that's like talking about the the fire of the Library of Alexander.
right. The
Those things have
recent one?
happened in those ones have happened in England, where they've taken things like historic values or that are inside, and they've torched them because they erase history. If it doesn't exist, nor did that part of history.
Right.
It's like Graham Hancock. We're just inducing our own amnesia because we're burning or we're forgetting or like taking like all around the world. You're going to have statues of leaders and people that are fucking against some other people's views or opinions, just like we went through BLM and the Robert E. Lee fucking statues and shit like that. You take those down, well, no kid's gonna go by and go, oh, who's that? Oh, that right there is Robert E. Lee. Da, 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 da. You don't have to do that anymore. So it doesn't exist anymore. It never happened. It's a weird process
Oh,
that we do.
yeah.
It's through denial, and then it's through just not
You
liking
can't,
our way of history.
you don't learn, nobody learns, and then you just gotta do it again. And you gotta do it twice as hard when it could have been half as hard, at least, if you let people learn about shit.
One big thing for just human history is jealousy ruins a lot of things. A lot of people were jealous of what the Romans had, so eventually they moved into, I mean, the same thing we're doing now with the you can transition body parts. They were doing that back then, and as soon as they did that, they also let down their walls and let every country come in with their views and opinions, and Rome fell.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's going to be the same thing that America's doing right now. Like you're going to
we
watch America fall.
we've been down that path. We've been on that fucking brink of, following just the same way they did and most every other empire. And like we've outlived a lot of empires a lot longer than a lot of other empires that have gone on. So yeah, it's a surprise we haven't fucking
It's going to
ended.
happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
You think before we're dead, we'll see the end of the United States before we're dead?
Oh man, that's a hard. I mean, there's a few things that can happen before we die.
Like
I
what?
mean, definitely World War III is one of them. I mean, everyone's putting their toes in the water for that. I feel like at this point, like, hey, I got nuclear weapons. You got nuclear weapons too. How fast can you fire yours? Do mine work? Do yours work? Are you bluffing? Who's bluffing? Who's gonna? I don't know. And I think the very first place that would get nuked is America because America's used a nuke before. So we all know
We
America's
really
all gonna
deserve
drop one.
it. Like
In a
of
way,
of anyone, we really deserve it. And it's a really fucked up thing to say, man, but like us doing that twice and then that's just kind of like, but then we also did a lot of other testing. Like we kind of deserve something for that. We never really got uh like our
go back
comeuppance
through
for that.
the annals of history, man. Like every country deserves something. I mean, you got to go back through England and the torturing and the dungeons and everything of people to the
Yep.
people in China, and they still do the stupid
Still.
shit these days with the Uyghurs. Um, and if people don't know what a Uyghur is, I'm not making no joke up about a white kid trying to act a certain way. They're people that are enslaved over there in camps that are working off their sentences pretty much. So, and it can be for all kinds of things. It can be for all just over religion. It can just be over saying something bad about the government. It can be kind of just anything dumb. And they literally show up and take their family members away. You don't see them for like 20 fucking years, and all of a sudden they're released back out to the public. And they've been sitting there being an indentured servant or doing something fucked up and enslaved in this camp for decades. And that's what a Uyghur is. But yeah,
I'm surprised we're not there too with that.
who's not
Like
to
I
say we're
feel
not? That's child
yeah,
trafficking, dude. That's the type. That's the equivalent of Uyghurs here is children.
and yeah, there's I mean, dude, and you know how long I don't know about you, but you know how long I got called crazy for saying that shit was going on. Like
Oh, dude, there's a lot of people have.
I've
I
been
mean,
fucking yeah.
my wife's been talking about it for a few years now, and there's different ways, like the Pizzagate stuff and everything like that. And like I wasn't on the outside of it. I was just down different rabbit holes at the time, and then like
Yeah.
I've also had I've never liked P Diddy, by the way, so this is why I'm all intrigued by this because I like watching people go down that thought they were fucking hot shit, and then they're nothing because they're fucking just punk ass bitches all the way through. But yeah, I never liked that guy,
Yeah,
and
me neither.
but yeah, the child trafficking thing, man, it's I think we're at the point now that okay, now we all know what's going on, but the other part of it's how big it is, how big the ring is, like how many people are involved, how many people are doing that.
I don't
Like,
think we can even fucking dude, if you told someone, dude, we'd never fucking believe it. We would never believe how big it is. And it's worldwide. It's gotta be. There's no way it's not worldwide. And the places that fucking need more of it, they can get it. There's I don't know where they're all coming from, but
well,
I mean
that
there's a
goes
lot
on
of
here, but how much of
places.
it goes on in like Taiwan and like places like
Probably
that, dude?
probably a lot. Dude, like
Yeah,
wherever I think wherever you can where people can just go missing and it's not super looked after. I mean, like the fucking
I
child
turn
protective
on.
services and fucking
Yeah,
orphanages and shit for one. Like, there's not a lot of fucking follow up on that shit. Like, that's I would assume a pretty big one. But then yeah, and then you got, dude, like how many fucking kids do you think are born totally undocumented and just used for fucking? And that's a fucking scary thing to think about.
that's a
Like,
gross one.
yeah, it's
That's a gross one.
yeah, but it
Like,
totally goes on. I
well, yeah,
can
no, there's a woman out
almost
there that
guarantee
gets
that.
paid to get knocked up for $10,000 per kid.
And then, yeah, I mean, if you don't take it to the hospital and fucking you just bring it out to wherever, and I'm sure they have doctors and shit that can like that are in on it or nurses or something that can fucking do all that and take care of all the stuff that needs to be taken care of when a kid's born and then just put the kid right into that shit and it's fucked. Super fucked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's just fucking. It's out there, dude. Now we're gonna find out how many people are involved.
And
This is to cover up the Epstein list of all the political people. Is the P Diddy thing?
yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't think that list or a lot of the people that it's going to be a very few politicians, I think, on the list, on the P Diddy list. But I have a feeling a lot of, dude, it seems like everyone that was
Someone said get a
anyone
Venn diagram. You can make a Venn diagram of who was on
of
the
the,
Epstein
the
list, who
Epstein
was
and
on the P Diddy
Pizzagate
list,
and the P
and then who
Diddy.
was on the Harris administration.
Yep, sure.
And at some point, there's gonna be a person in all three of those little bubbles, man.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Hillary,
There's
you never know.
yeah. I mean, dude, yeah, that's a whole different rabbit hole with her, man. Like that or that her and Bill and like, dude, yeah, that's a whole different fucking ball game, man.
No one's heard from Bill. And that guy, I think, had a heyday going to the Epstein Islands after knowing what I mean, he was having an affair. So, I mean, there's
Well,
some, he was all into kind of weird fucking shit anyway.
I remember saying before I left Portland that I went on my buddy's fucking radio show in Portland and I said that the very least thing that Bill Clinton did was go on an airplane to the island and got massaged by an underage girl. That's the very best case scenario of what happened with Bill Clinton and the Epstein Island. But he went to the island. So I mean, the very best, one of those times out of all the times he went, one underage girl gave him a fucking foot massage. And that's pretty fucked up. Like to have
Yeah.
a little kid give you a foot massage, like someone you don't know, just some little kid giving you a foot massage, and that's the best case scenario. But like, dude, they were all fucking kids, like allegedly. Allegedly, dude, there's a lot of fucking people that fuck kids. And what the fuck? What the
It
fuck?
must be like some sporting game or something. Yeah, because now Chris Brown is entangled into the shit for
Oh,
raping a chick at a Diddy party.
dude, did you hear about the egg
Then
test at the Diddy
yeah,
parties?
yeah. If an egg would go in, you could go in.
Yeah. And if it breaks, it's going to take a little longer. It got to break you a little more.
Yep.
It's pretty wild, man. Um, I don't, I don't know, man. Like,
But then you gotta wonder like how much of it has been over exaggerated. Like some of it has have to be over exaggerated. Not just saying on Diddy, but on other things too. Like they get over exaggerated.
yeah,
Like you started coming up with the Epstein list, and then all of a sudden, like everyone and their mom's on the fucking list because everyone's like, "Oh, I bet you this person's on. I bet you this person's on there." Like, there's a lot of that shit. Um, it's like
I,
saying like, God, who was like I brought up the other week, Keanu, dude. Like, he's obviously not going to be on the Epstein list. But then, like, people who don't like him could be like, "Oh, he's on the list." You know what I mean?
yeah, dude. I don't know. I feel like most everyone that's like a very influential person is all intermingled in that. I don't know. There's some that I don't want to be, but I have a feeling like if you get
Like who?
that level of, I don't know, give me any fucking top name.
You said Ryan Reynolds is the
Yep,
other week.
yep. Give me any
Keanu.
top. Yep. Give me any top name actor. Give me any top name politician. Give me any top name sports athlete. Give me any top name tech person. Give me any type of
You said
other
top name
leaders.
politician. I think you get corrupted well before you become a top name.
Sure. I think a lot of them before you become a top name in any of those, you gotta fucking do it. You gotta blow Pat Patterson, or let Pat
You still
Patterson
think he's
blow you.
guilty?
Dude, Pat Patterson, dude, he's lucky he's fucking dead. Jerry Lawler's fucking lucky that
He's
he's
next.
almost dead. Dude, both of them, like, for not certain. But like, I don't know, dude. I have a feeling both of them were kind of pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And I don't know. I feel like I'm really surprised so many people are still like the Pat Patterson thing, like, I don't
Well,
know,
that came back open again. So now Linda McMahon's looked at on this.
just now, just
Yeah.
like in the last day or two, I saw something, I
Yeah.
think. So what's
Like
going on
Linda
with that?
McMahon was in charge of covering it up.
Great. Like, dude,
So
do it. Yeah, dude, that was some shit, dude. Like, yeah. And then, yeah, then they hired Pat back. So like, let it blow over and fucking hired him back. And then he was
all
there
because Vince
forever.
said he wasn't guilty.
Yep.
So
Probably because he was sucking his dick.
yeah, dude, there's more and more shit like that. I think now when you're going into acting, acting's gonna be different for everybody, especially with the internet. Um and assholes like, like Weinstein holding a dogma hostage for years and not having the rights to that to be released anywhere or streamed anywhere and anything like that. Like I think a lot
Yeah.
of that kind of shit's gonna go away because there's other movies out there that are like that that are not allowed to be streamed or remade or sold and stuff like that. So I think that's all
Yeah.
gonna go away. And people got these weird holds on shit. And yeah, dude, people like P. Diddy, man. You gotta wonder what that motherfucker did to get even into that situation.
Well, it was the guy who, so there's some old guy, forgot what his name is. I want to say
Soros.
it. Yeah. What?
Or George Soros.
No, not George Soros, but George Soros too, yes. There's some guy who was like the head producer of, or like executive of Sony or something, or not, maybe not Sony.
Def
Um,
Jam Records.
no, but this was like bigger than Def Jam. This was like one of the top records. It's some old Jewish guy, which, whatever, like, of course, like, but uh old record executive. P. Diddy.
Paramount. Um,
No. Shit.
is it still around?
No, I don't know. Hold on. I don't trust that. Let me go to Google.
Universal, Sony Music Entertainment, Warner Music, Live Nation.
Oh shit. Okay. No, that's not it. Old old white guy.
EMI. Yeah, Sony keeps coming up. Universal.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man. Okay, so it was some guy, and I don't know what his name was. Clive Davis.
Okay. Clive Davis.
Clive Davis. He
American Record Company.
American, yeah.
Um,
And so this is the guy that kind of got Diddy in.
A&R Executive. Columbia Records.
Yeah.
That is it.
So that's the guy that's like kind of got Diddy into everything, like into like the main
That's weird.
everything. Yeah. Yeah, dude, all that's connected. That's they're all fucking just the circus, man.
It'll be awesome
Circus
to
came
see
to
what
town.
happens after the next few weeks and see who's doing what and what's left.
What are you
So
going to be doing? What's going to be what are you doing on November 6th?
I'll be watching either Crowder or just jumping through the television or television the YouTube channels to see who's doing it. Um, it won't be CNN. I know that. So
Doing what?
watching the election.
Oh, okay, you're going to watch it, like
Oh
watch
yeah.
the live or whatever.
Oh yeah, dude. We'll
Yeah.
be there watching it all and the fun and all that good stuff. Yeah, dude, it's funny watching everybody now draw a line in the sand. You got Taker and Kane on one side, you got Mankind on the other.
You see that
I'm
video I sent you?
yeah, I watched I saw part of it the other day of him talking and stuff, and I just he reminds me of that old lady that goes to like jumble sales every Sunday. Like,
Yeah.
he's just picking he's got his little like man bag and everything and fucking dude, I don't know. He's always had something to do with a lot of female talent back in the day. There's always a big influence on female talent. And I love
Him and
Mick to
Lance
death.
Storm.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
Mick to death, but some whether it's true or not, and I'm going more on the untrue side for Mick. And one of the girls there is gonna say something that he did that was crude or something to them. Not like I'm saying it's probably untrue. I don't see Mick kind of being that guy. not to no offense, I don't really see a girl turning to make him be like, oh, okay, he's not a Batista or an Orton. So,
Right.
but yeah, I'm hoping nothing does, but I can see it coming because he had a lot of relationships with female talent as far as professional relationships, not actual dating relationships. But yeah, he's a weird one these days. But no, the line in the sand, dude. Like everybody's taking sides.
And it's weird over
It's funny
fucking
watching
wrestlers, dude.
Eminem took a side, had Obama come out and start rapping an Eminem song that was really fucked up.
So, where are you with Eminem now? Are you throwing your Eminem tapes in the
What?
river?
No, dude, I don't care what you like, man. And that's one side's problem is that they can't get into their head like at the end of the day, you're rooting for a team in reality. You're either rooting for the Trump team or you're rooting for the Harris team. When the game is over, it's done. Like shut the fuck up, go home, come back in another 4 years with another team. All right, that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And that goes for fucking anything these days, man. Like I've like you know where I stand. I'm a conservative Republican guy. I'm a Trump supporter. I'm on that side, but at the same time, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you like, and I'll still listen to your music, and I'll still support your music. And you can look at if you're Eminem and you look at me as a Trump supporter. I don't need that fucking white piece of shit listening to my fucking music and da 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 and whatever. But then don't fucking put it out there in the mainstream. That's your own fucking problem.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it's
with
the
you.
same thing as wrestling, man. Like at the end of the day, what the fuck do I change in this world because I support Trump? Like
Yeah. And
what the fuck are you doing over there if you support Harris? Like we're at the end of the day, we still go to sleep, we still get up the next day, we still gotta eat, we still gotta do our fucking shit in life to survive. We need to worry about ourselves. Like I said, not one person can lead this fucking country at all. It takes a group, and
yeah.
unfortunately, right now, it's the wrong fucking group. On my and these are my opinions. I'm not saying it is. Um,
Yeah.
but people need to fucking grow up. Like it's been like you got kids watching it at this point, fucking full adults throw conniption fits on TV or yelling in a baby's fucking face. I mean that's a new fucking low. Like
I don't know. That's a
what
new
the
low.
fuck?
That's pretty low, but I don't know. It's a new
Yeah.
low. I've seen some pretty low shit
What the
with
fuck are we
those.
doing? Like what the fuck are we doing in the at the end of it? Canceling holidays because you're offended by something, dude. I don't see us outlawing farts, and a lot of people are fucking offended by farts. Okay, like I don't see a movement for that. But if
Yeah.
it's anything about speech, we try to shut it down, and it needs to fucking stop because we'll kill free speech right away, and that's
And
very harmful.
conversation.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the part that's the hard part. Like, yeah, free speech plus conversation, man. Like
yeah.
both of those, dude. You gotta have fucking shit going
It's
on, dude.
a
People with
fucking double
different,
standard, man. And
yeah,
people get
not
mad at
everyone,
me
yeah,
because
go
I
ahead.
don't believe in hate speech. I don't believe
Yeah,
there's no any such thing if you have freedom of speech. If you got rid of freedom of speech, then you would have hate speech, definitely. But you don't. And I know it's a sad thing to say. You have the right to say fucking anything you want and enjoy it because you know someone brought these facts up on a show that I watch where a kid, I shouldn't say kid, he's just a lot younger than me. A guy named Nick Shirley, check out his YouTube, really cool guy, goes around with his mom and his brother, and they go from state to state, mostly swing states, and they ask who you're voting for. And they know it's against kind of morals that you shouldn't be asking who you're voting for, but they're trying to get a feeling of like where things are going, you know? And
yeah,
really cool dude to watch, and he does that kind of shit. And now I forgot where the fuck I was going. This is good. Um, but yeah, dude, it's at the end of the day, we all have to worry about our fucking selves. We got to at this point, especially for the kids growing up in this world that are being snatched up and fucking got. I tell my kids kind of not gross realities of things, but like some tame stories of what could happen if you get kidnapped.
yeah. And
Um,
I mean, that should be a big fucking thing for people on both sides or whatever side you're on. Like like that's a huge fucking problem, more than a lot of other problems that people are fighting about. Like, people should put down
obesity and
what's
child
going on.
trafficking.
Yeah, both fucking really big problems in both there is next to nothing being done about either one.
I mean, look at me right
That's
now. I'm like almost 300
look
pounds.
at
I'm like
me
the
too,
cartman
dude.
on Garrett. Shut up.
Yeah.
You're like
No,
a stick
dude,
figure.
not really. Not really. It's all my belly, dude. I got a big
Yeah, yeah.
fucking belly. And that's
That's
from
why
all
like
this
I
fucking
adjusted the
shit.
camera. It was all fucking grabbing my shirt and doing like the titty fucking like shape right there. I'm like, gotta fix the black shirt. It's not doing anything for G. No, and wow, my grandson there just went balls to the wall. He's he is having a special moment. So Nan's over there trying to cut my grandson's hair right now, or do some trying to. He's got long hair, and there's no way you can take him to a barber shop and get it cut. He will grab scissors and stab you like you're in prison. She's
Okay.
trying to do stuff right now, but as she's trying to do stuff, this guy like grabs anything he can, like the water, and he's like baptizing himself on the fucking living room floor now. We got a hardwood floor, so it's all right. But yeah, it's fucking no man. Yeah, the biggest fears as we were going back to like what's going to happen before we die. This is part of it right here that's going to let us know if we're going to have World War III.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
yeah.
we'll deal with another. I think we'll deal with another kind of COVID thing coming up. I think soon. They're just
I'm
trying to figure
surprised
out
we
which ones they
haven't.
want to release. It's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't. And I thought it was gonna happen real close to the election and there wouldn't be an election, but I think I'm wrong about that one. I thought the election was gonna get shut down. I was thinking that like a year ago, but
Yeah.
I think I'm wrong on that one. But not yet. Is
Cali
still
started mask restrictions, so
that's fuck,
Gavin
dude.
Newsom, he's out there with his noose. He's just, you don't do it, you know what we'll do.
Dude, I fucking will. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be out there fighting for fucking no masks. I'm gonna be that guy, dude. I'm gonna fucking Florida it up, dude, and be like, no, man, you don't take my fucking. I'm not putting on no mask for you, motherfucker. And being that guy, dude. You know, no, yeah, I don't know. I feel what's gonna happen, dude. I don't want to fucking go through that again, dude. I can do. I don't know. Maybe I could. Maybe I can just. I'll get a fake one. It doesn't really do anything and just stay away from people enough where no one's
Yeah,
gonna
that,
fucking bother
that's
me.
that's what it's all about, actually. And I love America.
Yeah, I'll
I
get
was
near
sound like
people when I need to get my
I always sound like
fucking
what's his
yeah.
face from Zombieland. Oh,
Uh,
America.
yeah.
The main kid from it.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Uh,
I don't know what his name is in the
yeah,
movie. I can't
I
think of
I
it.
live with most of his rules in life, man. Like, just I very much do. I, except for the cardio part, working on that, by the way.
Dude,
Um,
I'm telling you, man, do one of those things with Stevie Richards, dude. Just and then once you just turn it on to where you can't do it anymore, if you can watch the rest if you want, but try it out, man, and just see if there's any parts of you that might
he's the one who has the sciatic stuff in the chair.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's the one I
yeah,
need to
dude. It's
watch.
fucking Stevie Richards, man. Like he's fucking
You mean
He's
HBK?
you mean
Oh, Stevie
HBK.
Richards. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to explain that one too. It's like, yeah,
You
so this
know,
guy here, like
the
someone
funny
just
part
calls him.
is, man, is that Stevie Richards was a really nice guy and really cool to hang out with.
Yeah,
And
dude, he was fucking great.
for the longest time, Sean was my favorite. And I met Sean, and I was like, so Ultimate War is my favorite again. And I didn't have a bad out with Sean or anything like that. It wasn't anything horrible. Just kind of,
Not
yeah.
your kind of guy.
I've had a lot of fun times with a lot of those guys, like just meeting them for a few minutes, and it's been a fucking good time. Kofi Kingston being one of them, and Omos being another, even Austin Theory. Just like, all those guys are great. But yeah, it's what I've noticed is when I go to meet the guys that are from back in our day, it's a little
Yeah.
50-50 if they're gonna be cool or not. Road Dog, fucking super cool. The guy, super cool. Just fucking awesome. Arn Anderson, go fuck yourself. There's John Cena behind me. It's John Cena. It's like, no, that's your hand catching up with you because it doesn't work.
Yeah, so do you like when you're doing that, what's kind of the to sound like a fucking woo woo? what's kind of the vibe or the feel or the fucking are you like see guys ever and they're like don't get anywhere near me, and then you just like
Oh yeah, I
are there
won't say
ever
anything of
ones
them.
like that, like you can
No,
kind of
it's
were there some like that where it's like, dude, I don't want to get anywhere near that
so
person?
yeah, but I don't give a fuck.
Sure.
That's my thing because I'm with my kids, so I go in for my kids, and if they're gonna get rude, you get rude to me, and then I might say something and run away, or I might say nothing. I don't know, but one of them was actually the big show. Um, all the kids did the pictures with him and everything like that, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's a giant," and um, you don't see giants every day, and I was like, Erica was standing, I'm like, "Let's get a picture with him real quick," and also I'm like, "Hey, big show," and he turned he turned around, he's just like, "What?" like that, and I was like, "Could me and my wife get a picture with you really quick?" And he was like, "Yeah," but he was just balled up right next to him. Dude was pissed. He's just done taking pictures. Flair, dick to me, really cool to
Well,
my kid.
okay. I mean, yeah, like what was
I went
that?
up to I went up to Richard and I was like, "Hey, Rick," and I always try to be the most polite as possible. I'm like, "Hey, Mr. Flair," I always try to do it that way. I go, "Would you have a moment?" And as I'm saying this, he's turning around, just sneering at me. And he's just like this. And I go, "Would you have a moment to take a picture or do an autograph of my son, please?" And in the moment I said that part, his demeanor changed and looked down at my kid. I was like, "Oh, hey, buddy, how you doing?" And shook his hand and fucking signed his belt, 16-time world champion, fucking Ric Flair, dude, like the whole thing. And I was like, awesome, and everything. I said, "Thank you, Flair," and he just nodded at me after. So Mark Henry was the scary one. Everyone said don't. Like everyone said, and this was one of our first times meeting the guys. And they was like, "Yeah, don't even try with Mark Henry. Don't even send your kid in." Well, my kids, dude. They don't listen to shit like that. Hogan was in kind of another one. I'll share that story real quick in a minute. But Nolan goes bolting for Mark Henry. And I'm like, "Nolan, get back here," because I just don't want to have that time. I don't want to have a bad out. I've been pretty much batting 1,000 with all the wrestlers having a good time. And he gets to him, and Mark Henry spins around with him, and he goes, "You was dad?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "You stay right there." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, you take a picture from right there." And he's like, "I don't do autographs." And I was like, "All right." And I took a picture, and Mark takes a really cool picture with Nolan, like awesome picture. And I looked over, and I was just like, "Thanks, Mark." And he just looks at me like, like just the big guy he is and everything. But I mean, what I always say in the end is these guys, and this goes for any celebrity. I mean, any celebrity, they could be having a bad day. You know what I mean? Next time you see them, they could be happy as fuck. Like it's been like that. Nia Jax won me over last time. So I mean, she looked at all of us, all the guys, and goes, I am not doing any autographs or pictures with you guys. Don't even ask." And then looks down at Delaney. She goes, "But I'll do it with the kids," like that. And then got with Dee, and she was really cool about it. Dominic just went in the room there. So, yeah, really cool about that stuff. The newer guys are always really cool with kids. So, like a guy like Omos, he was picking Delaney up
Oh,
and sharing hand sizes with her and just laughing. It was a good time. And even the Mysterios were really cool. Just yeah, I don't know. If you got kids with you and you're not sitting there with a binder full of fucking cards and fucking Funko Pops for them to sign because you're trying to make money off their name,
yeah,
they're cool with you. They're totally chill. So
yeah,
Usos, that's a hard one sometimes. They're not so personable. It might be
yeah,
nowadays. I'm not too sure. I just heard horror stories about one that I'm not gonna slam too much here. So just some of the Islander guys not so personable. So
yeah. What you gonna do?
I've met Roman. He was just a mellow, just kind of yeah, hey, cool, thanks, all right, bye, kind of guy. Then I've seen egos inflate. Daniel Bryan being one of them. So Daniel Bryan when he started getting his big push, totally chill. Next time around, yeah, he's talking like he was a superstar. All right, guys, back up, guys. Let's start a line. We can do it this way. Like, yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's just all how you interact with them, and yeah, you do definitely want to stand back and see their demeanor if like they look pissed, or if you're Cody Rhodes, you just run fucking full blast through the airport saying, "Sorry guys, I'm in a hurry." While all the other rosters walking slow as fuck down the fucking corridor. There's um, yeah, I don't know any Hogan. I wasn't officially there to see the whole thing. Supposedly ripped off a 4-year-old's head one time. My son goes running after Hogan, and we're like, "Shit, leave him alone." And next thing we know, we're all in front of Hogan and Mouth of the South, talking, shaking hands, having a good old time, and Hogan signing everything for us. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, that's with anybody. We've seen some other celebrities there, so and they're chill. What's the Osmond lady? What's the Osmond lady? Marie Osmond.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
Donnie and Marie. There we go.
The Mormons.
Oh, they're Mormons. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we
it
saw
makes a lot of
Marie.
sense.
Well, we
It
saw
makes a lot.
Marie there at the
Okay.
airport. Lots of makeup.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
Mormon.
what's the
I
tall,
didn't.
big white basketball player?
Tall, big, white basketball
Lamb,
player.
Lamb, Lamb, something.
Chop.
Lamb, Lambert. No, I don't know. But yeah, he goes through there quite a bit. We see him all the time. Famous tall basketball player, trailblazer. Old, like from like the early '80s, mid '70s, maybe. Bill Lambier.
Walton.
No,
Bill Walton.
Walton, maybe. Yeah, maybe Walton. Might be that
Big,
guy.
big redhead guy.
Might be redhead blonde guy.
Dead.
Oh, don't know about that. Is he?
Yeah.
Did he
I
just
wasn't on
die?
a plane. Yeah.
Oh,
Like maybe like 2, 3 months
oh,
ago. He was a deadhead.
yeah, dude, that's the guy. Oh, he's fucking dead, dude. I
Yeah.
used to see this guy all the fucking time at the airport, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
you go
fucking.
by and they're like the guys who because so I remember there was a bunch of autographers, and these guys also know sports very well as well because they get the sports autographs and sell those as well.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Bill used to go through and they're like, "Hey, what's up, Bill?" And he's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Like that. That's no shit. Yeah, that's the
Hell
guy we
yeah.
used to see. That is the guy
Yeah.
we used to see. He
Yeah.
ain't no Carl Malone, let me tell you. Child
Yeah.
sex trafficker there. Yeah, dude. That guy we used
I
to see
guess.
is awfully nice.
Yeah. They used to have a big fucking like record on him.
Huh?
Uh, the police did because like he was like friends with the dead and
Oh no.
and then being in Portland and like traveling with the Blazers and shit, like they had a big old fucking like they were looking at that guy for a long time trying to find anything on him,
That's funny.
but I don't think they ever did. Yeah.
Well, that sucks, man. Yeah, no, he just died
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, fucking like yeah, probably a couple months ago. Cool fucking dude, man.
Yeah, May 27th.
Oh, okay, so that was
That
like
is,
5 months ago.
yeah. That's good old Magic Johnson. Still running around.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I
So
shouldn't say
yes,
running around.
yesterday, speaking of Magic Johnson,
He's worth $1.2 billion.
from what?
AIDS. I mean, I should have
Yeah,
said that. I had to
I mean,
go. I
right?
had to be
Like
there.
he's
Lakers, I thought.
probably like head of some foundation, and like probably makes a lot more money than he did doing that than he probably would have got playing in the NBA for longer.
Yeah, he's got a lot of money. That's all I know.
Okay, there's yeah, dude. What was I just saying about? I don't know, man. I fucking whatever the hell I was talking about. Um, AIDS and Magic Johnson.
All
I don't
that
know.
good stuff from Bill Lambier and
Bill Lambier, dude,
whatever.
fucking that guy, dude, man. I found a book uh that they have at the Multnomah Library, and it's a fucking called the Jailblazers. I'm gonna read it. It's about when they were the Jailblazers that were
What's that? Early 90s?
like no, like early 2000s.
Oh, those Blazers. There's a
Those,
couple waves of them.
yeah, there's definitely a couple waves of them. Yeah, dude, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna check that shit out. I got it on my phone. Yeah, like if you can see it. Well,
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, dude. With fucking
Wallace,
Cheated. Yep, Shane
Stoudemire,
Wallace, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, everyone on that team was fucking. It was fun. Yeah, they're
Randolph.
all smoking the same weed except for fucking.
Almost got my
Was
ass kicked by Randolph.
Zebo, dude. Yeah, Zach Randolph, dude. He seemed like he was kind of maybe
He is
rubbed you
unhinged.
the wrong way.
No, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I just anything I say, I'm just joking. Yeah, we're all good. But yeah, he almost killed me.
Yeah,
Almost killed me.
I could see something like that going down.
It's the miscommunication of things. That's all it was.
Yeah,
Little couple too many drinks.
yeah.
But
So people need to fucking don't fucking if someone scuffs your Puma, you know,
don't
don't
pull out a gun.
don't pull out a gun, man. Uh,
Oh, and take care of each other. Is that where we're going?
yeah, that's where I was going, dude. I was going for that,
That
man.
that's that sounds good because that's what I need to go do is take care of myself
Yeah,
because
dude,
my sciatic is on the on the down.
hey,
Yeah, no.
how about when we're done? I'll sit here with you and I'll do the thing with you. I'll put it up. We'll stream it. I'll do that with you
Oh,
until
I
you
was
can't.
gonna go and do a dab and take some Tylenol and then do some GTA.
Oh, okay, well that's cool too.
and
Either way, so
and debate if I need to go get another Toradol shot. No,
yeah,
I put a blanket down before we started and it's kind of working and I lowered my seat so my feet can actually be on the ground instead of
okay,
dangling like a fucking puppet. My
yeah,
little legs. But no, I'm definitely gonna try to like I said, I'm willing to try fucking anything at this point.
yeah,
So yeah, let me take a quick break and then we can either do that or do the other thing because this has got to go. Last time I did stretches, it took me like 2 days and I worked it out. It wasn't too bad.
yeah.
So,
I think this is your best bet. I'm
oh,
not a
dude,
doctor, but
they're just gonna send me to the same thing anyway. Physical therapy and shit. It's the same thing.
yeah,
That's what I already told them. I'm like, I've already done like most of your physical therapy shit. I'm like, we're at a point that I can't, like, because I can't stretch my
yep,
leg. So what I want to do is go get a Toradol shot and then do those stretches while the Toradol's in there
yeah,
because it'll allow me to fucking stretch out more.
uh, yeah. But that might not be the best, but it would get it there, like over that hump. It might hurt a little bit, but yeah, if you can power through that, probably good.
Where it's at now is excruciating, dude. Like fucking just dumb, excruciating pain. Like, yeah, not good.
Yeah.
But no, dude, everybody does need to take care of themselves because, hey, why won't we do a podcast on November 6th?
What am I doing November? Isn't the election on the 5th or is that the day
It's on the
after?
6th. No, it's on the 6th.
Okay, election's on the 6th. What do I have going on the 6th? Who am I podcasting with on the 6th? I have
JD Vance.
I have one with Canadian, I think, at 2 o'clock. It's
Ooh,
like 11 o'clock your time.
Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, Justin Trudeau, or I'm pretty
They
sure. I
fucking
think
hate
he's
him,
from
by the way.
Toronto.
A lot
Yeah.
of Canadians that come to America, they're talking about Justin Trudeau, and they're like, he's okay. Oh,
Okay.
my son's going full asshole mode now.
Okay. Well, take care of him, man. That's someone else to take
Yeah,
care of.
no, everybody take care of themselves. Thanks for having me on your podcast for number
Yeah, dude.
600.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being
So,
here and doing that, man. That's fucking cool, man. I'm happy. Yeah, that
came out of
you're the
my
00.
coffin. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should do one
cool.
for 666 and
Probably will.
do the history of Satanism and where it came from and how some of the stuff, man, back in the day wasn't always Satanistic. It's kind of like, it's getting crazy. I'll mute this part. This is going to be.
Okay. So I think he's just talking about, he was saying like the N word a whole bunch, and like he was just eh. So we just chopped it. No, not
No,
really.
didn't say any of that. Didn't say any
Yeah.
of that stuff. But yeah, no, take care of yourselves. Just yeah, hopefully we'll get back to a regular schedule thing sometime soon in the near future. I'm still trying to unpack and
Yeah.
sort and do all that fun stuff and trying to find a regular groove in life. So not staying up as late without the caffeine drinks now. It's a little harder. But
Yeah, dude.
yeah, and oh, by the way, that doesn't help you drop weight. I haven't dropped any pounds after dropping the fucking energy drinks at all. Fucking pissed. But that's another story for another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, stay safe out there when it comes to the election. Don't be around big groups of people and all that. I know everybody needs to go and vote. Get out there and vote. Do your thing. I don't care who you fucking vote for. Just vote. It does make a difference on both sides because it also tells people or tells the country how much people do give a shit. So
Dude,
if they
you
pay
want to,
attention to.
so okay, so now I saw that with voting starting now at this election, it's going to be public record who you vote for and if you don't vote.
Huh,
Yeah, like you can
that's
pick,
cool.
look up anybody and see who they voted for.
I'm
So there's
I'm
like,
I'm sure they've already been doing that for years, man. And now
yeah,
they're just saying that they're going to start doing it, but they've probably been doing it for years.
yeah, I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? Like that's
Probably because there's
there.
about to be a whistleblower on it, so they're just like, no, 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 we're going to start doing it now. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, why are we even like, yeah, I don't know. Like it's not really anonymous anymore. Everyone can just sort of walk up now and just be like, well, that's who I'm voting for. And you figure
Yeah,
it out now.
and
And
then if
yeah,
not, they'll show us on the fucking TV like these are all the Trump supporters. Fucking kill him. Gareth Brandon
yeah,
voted for Trump.
yeah, because we
Go
know
to
how
his
good
door.
putting people on lists is. We know that's always
Yeah,
worked out so well in history.
putting
Let's
people on
put,
lists is not a good idea. Jericho
yeah,
showed us that.
yeah,
You're
right.
going
And
on a list.
you don't want to be on that fucking list, man. You don't.
Fuck that.
Yeah, and yeah, now you get people on lists. So yeah, take care of people. Don't put people on lists. If you see them on the list, it's okay. They're just on a fucking list. You're probably on a list too, so fucking
We're all on the
check your
list.
own shit. Yeah, we're all on the list. So, yeah, dude. Thanks, man. Hit me up here in a little bit, and we'll
Yeah.
figure some shit out.
Yeah, let me take
I
a quick break and
cool,
grab a drink, grab some pain pills, do a little stretching and a little dabbing, a little
cool.
corralling, and then I'll hit you up. Exactly. That kind of dab. How do they do
Yeah,
it? I like it when they have all the black kids in a
I do
line
too.
doing it,
That
and then the
kid's my
white kid comes
favorite.
up and he's like, I'm like, that's totally white kid for you.
I do too, man. Every time I watch it, dude,
And they
that's one of
and
the
they
best
say we
videos.
are going to ruin the world. That is a harmless little guy right there.
Yep. Yeah.
That's classic.
Yeah.
Well,
Hell
cool,
yeah.
man. Don't yell in
Yeah.
kids' faces, and hopefully, next time around, this world might be a better place, or
Yeah.
we're all gonna be fucking dead. Who knows?
Fucking right.
All
Cool,
right,
dude.
brother. I'll talk to you in a
All right.
bit. Thanks a lot, man.
All right. Yeah, dude. Peace.
Peace.
That's Al fucking GYeaThatsMe Borland fucking signing off. So, dude, thanks everyone for being here on the Rescue Diamond Podcast Network, episode 600 with GYeaThatsMe. And you can see him on he's on some other episodes of this. He's also in How We Grew Up. I think is the name of that podcast. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 episodes, and then there is maybe 90 or so episodes of the Thinking Man's Pro Wrestling podcast, which you can also listen to or watch, which has Yeah, that's me on both of those shows. So thank you everybody for being here. Check me out, rustydiamond.net, hypnosisgreat.com, whatever it is, popuphealing.net. Check out Threadhead Custom Clothing, man. Fucking, you see that little Cartman doll that he had? You can get that there. You can get all kinds of wrestling, everything miniaturized wrestling you can get from him. So thanks everyone for being here. on the Rest Time Podcast Network. And that is the show. Man, boom!
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.